We'll talk about count and count a, count if this thing. We'll take a break now, guys. We'll start class at 4 o'clock. Okay? Just finish your lunch or anything is pending, guys. We'll start class at 4 o'clock. We'll go and finish the session 2 also. Is it fine?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Take a break till 4 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Most used functions in Excel. Guys, can you please go on mute? Guys, can you please go on mute? Okay. So we will start with count and count A. What is the difference between these two? So we'll do now count and count A. So imagine I have given values like random between 100 to 900. I given these values, a special values here. Now in this it is written ABC, it is written X, Y and Z. So there are two text which is given inside the data. Okay guys. Now when you say count of all this, it is going to give you 10. So 10 is count here. But if you say count A, it takes both numeric and character together, it is going to give you 12. So that is the difference between count and count A. Understood guys? Now there is something called, let's say I don't have values inside. So this is called count blank. So how do you get the count blank here guys? You write count blank of these two values. So this series it's saying that there are two blanks in this data. Understood guys? Did you get this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll understand what is the use of count if. Let's say there is a student name, there is subject is given and the score is given. Now student name is, let's say, Sudeep. Sudeep is given for SAS, SQL and VBA. Same way Rajiv is given here, which is for SAS, SQL and VBA. Same way it is given Silpi, which is given for these three subjects. And the score is given 100 to 900. So Control C, place special values. Now what you have to get here, now I want to get the number of times. Let's say I go for removing duplicates. I want to get this something called count if. I want to get count if the range is this, the criteria is Sudeep. What is happening here? Is giving me Sudeep is 3 times. So this is constant guys. I just make it as constant here. I just make it as constant here. Which is not going to change. What has happened here? Count if this is the range. Within this range, you are searching for Sudeep position. Sudeep, how many times Sudeep is repeated? So now this is constant. If you drag this, it becomes 333 is the count here. Understood? So this is what is given the count, how many times is repeating. Now, let's say I want to go for looking at count if. In this, I added a new field called year, which is given as 2018. In this, I have given the year called 2019, which is random between 100 to 900. Base position and values. So what I want to do here, I want to get the value for how many times Sudeep SAS is repeating. So I'll use count ifs. The function is count ifs. Count if says that if you write count ifs, how it is going to come in? Count ifs. The criteria within this, you are searching for Sudeep. Within this subject, you are searching for SAS. If you close this, okay guys, let me do this. Within this, you are searching for SAS. Enter. It's showing that 2 times. That means Sudeep SAS is repeated 2 times. Here one, and is also repeated for Sudeep SAS for 2019 as well. So that's what is giving 2 counts. So this is called count ifs. How count if works? You write count ifs, the range criteria, the range, and the criteria is for Sudeep. Within the subject range, the criteria is for what? We are going for SAS. So this is how you go for getting the value as 2 here. This is called count ifs. So we understood what is the use of count, what is the use of count ifs. Now let's do understand sum ifs. Sum and sum if. What is happening, the difference between these two. Now we first go for sum if. So sum if of what? I want to get the total sum for Sudeep. How will I go for getting this? I write sum if is a criteria. Sum if it says that the range. So this is my range. The criteria. Criteria is for Sudeep. Within what? This is the sum. Is going to give me the sum range is score. It is saying Sudeep's total score is coming 2636. Now let's compare this whether it is actually true or not. If you go and make a filter on Sudeep, you see the total sum of the score is coming 3340. For Sudeep is coming 3340. Now let's do this one more time here guys. Just do a comparison for Sudeep here. Write sum, give a criteria for sum if. Sum if it's saying what is the range. So this is my range. Let's say what is the criteria? Criteria is this. What is the sum range? Sum range is score. I get this value as 2636. Is it 2636, guys? Check it one more time.
So the range should not be only AI.
Let me check it for Sudeep. It's 3340. Why it is coming as 2636? Let me check this one more time,
The
guys.
score column number you have to give as
Sorry. Some if says that range. So your
Sir, don't AI only.
range would be this to this. Your criteria is for Sudeep. Your sum range would be for score. This is coming 3340. This is coming correct. Okay, this is called sum if. Now, if you want to see the total score of Sudeep in SAS, you will go for sum ifs. How it is happening, guys? Here, if you write sum ifs, the first sum range. What is the sum range? This is my sum range. Okay. Now, what is the criteria range? Criteria range is this. What's the criteria value? Criteria value is Sudeep. What is the next criteria? Is for subject. What the subject? What is the criteria here? Is for SAS. Now bracket close and see what is happening here. Sum ifs, right? Your sum range is this. Your criteria range is this. The criteria is for Sudeep. Now this is your subject range, and for subject value is SAS. If you go here, you get the value as 1031. So guys, should not take your entire column. Take it as a range of area which you have it. So this is what called sum ifs. Now let's say I want to get the value for Rajiv in SQL. How much Rajiv has scored in SQL. So how to get that? I go for sum ifs. The sum range is going to be the score. The criteria range is going to be this. Criteria is Rajiv. Then your second criteria range is going to be subject, is going to be SQL here. You close this, you get the value as 571. Now you check it here. Make a filter based on Rajiv. Go for SQL. What the total sum is coming, guys, here? 571. What is coming here? 570. This is called sum ifs. So mostly if you go for the interview, they will definitely ask you this. What is the difference between count if and count ifs? They'll ask this question. They will ask sum if and what is the difference between sum ifs. That also they ask you most of the time. So we have to have a complete understanding how does it work with both count if and count ifs, sum if and sum ifs. Is that clear now, guys? Understood? Understood, guys?
yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is called the part 1. Now in this part 2, what I'll do here, I'll put it here as a full name. Let's say full name is Devendra Das, Alka Yagnik, Vinod Chopra, Salman Khan, Hrithik Roshan, Akshay Kumar. Now I want to get in capital letter. So what I'll do here, I'll use a function in Excel which is called upper. If you use upper of this name, is going to all in uppercase. If you say small letter, how will you get in small letter? You write lower of this name is going to be in lowercase. If you say proper, so how will you get that in proper case? You write proper, or this name is going to be in proper case. Then if I want to separate my full name to first name, and I'll go for last name. So guys, before going to first name, last name, I need to understand in this name, to separate first name, last name, you have to separate by identifying the space position. To get the position, so what I write here, find space position. So how will you find the space position? You will use a function called find, bracket start, in double quote, make a space, search within this text value. What does it give you here? It is giving you the space position in between. How to get that here? You will use a function called mid of this text value, starting from one character to how many characters you want to read. So wherever my space comes within this text, minus one character. This is going to be my first name. And how will you get the last name? You will use mid within this text, search the position of space wherever the space falls, plus 1 from that character to 10 characters. I get my last name. Right? Now I want to get full name with concat. So what is concatenate function is going to do here? You write this ampersand, then underscore in double quote, again ampersand to my name. So this is become Devendra underscore Das. So this is how guys we have completed most of the part 2 functions. Now we'll move on to part 3 functions. Part 3. In part 3, what we will do here, we want to use something called as substitute function. So there is something written as this is USA territory. Somebody says जो इस पे TRRI कुछ भी होगा guys, so forgive me about my spelling mistake. So let's say this is USA territory is written like this. Now what we have to get, we have to change USA into United States of America. What we can use a substitute function here within this text. The old text is USA, the new text is United States of America. You have to write like this. How many characters? Up to 3 characters. So wherever your new text, old text is USA, you are changing with United States of America. So this is how substitute. Let me write one more time. Substitute here. The text within this text, the old text was USA. You want to replace this to new text, which is going to be United States, let's say, and you just go for closing this. Can you see that? Understood guys? This is the use of substitute. Find the old, change it to the new name. It's coming as United States. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Or States of America. You do that, it's going to change that way. US has been changed to America. So this is called substitute function. Sometimes you may see this kind of function is really required in your day in day out. Now another one is also same thing, which is called a replace function. So how will you go for using replace function? You are using replace. What is the old text? Is USA, right? So where is the starting number? The old text is what? So the old text in this case is going to be this. The starting position, which is the starting position? You use find of USA within this. So wherever the starting position is comes, up to how many characters you want to read? Up to
किसने?
three characters.
Use
Guys, please go on mute. So wherever USA comes from that 3 characters, you need to replace this to United States. Let's say you do that, it is becoming as United States. What are you doing? The find and replace is substitute, but the replace function is going to say that you find the text position where it is. From there, how many characters you want to change with the new name. So I have changed that here. Okay, guys. So somebody has written this is an institute for DS in Bangalore, GM Palia. Somebody has written like this. Now we want to replace this DS to data science using substitute function. What should you do now, guys? Substitute, then what? Tell me,
A9,
guys.
A9,
Then
old text, find.
old text is DS. The new text would be,
data
Data
science.
science.
got it? If you want to do that, this is using substitute function. How to do that? Using replace.
Yes.
A9
What do you write
and
here?
Replace A9,
find
start.
Find.
and find out this DS.
Where the person
Data science.
starts. From there to 2 character has been changed with what?
Data
Science.
Is it coming now? You understood the difference between substitute and replace? Okay. But the next function is given there. Now we'll go for some average product. Some product we'll discuss about that. Okay. Now part 4. Part 4 is that you are given random between 100 to 900. Right? I just copy this, do a paste special and say values. Okay, guys. I go for using sum of these are the series values. Okay. This is showing sum of this is the range of data. I can write average of this is the range of this is the range of data. I can go for using min function to get the minimum value of these values. I can use this here max of these values. Right, guys? So this is how we go for inserting called sum, called average, called mean, called max. Okay, guys. Right click on this, go to format cell, make it a number, 0 decimal values. Okay, right? So let's say this is the sales from Jan. It has been given till Jan to July. Okay. Now, what is called product? So when you say 23 and 4, or let's say 25 and 4, you write product. So product of these two, which is going to give you as 100, which is multiplication. When you have given a series of values and you're using product, this comma this is going to give you the total product of multiplication of everything. Had it been given 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, so imagine you are given this. Now tell me how this product is coming. 1 into 3 is 3, 3 into 3 is 9, 9 into 4 is 36, 36 into 5 is going to be 186, 186 into 6, sorry, whatever it is the value, 3, 9, 36 into 5. How much is coming, guys? 180. 180 into 6 is going to coming as 1080. This is the product. Product means it is going to multiply everything. At the same time, if I say sum product, what does it mean? It is going to make it as sum product. This is called array 1 to the array 2. What is the value is coming here? 45. So it's going to make it as 1, 3 as 3, 3, 1, 3 as 3, 3 into 4 into 3 is as 12, and 5 into 6 is 30. Now, if you make a total sum of it, which will come to 45, which is sum product. So it multiplies each row, then it makes the sum of all these row values, which is coming as this. Understood, guys? Understood what is the difference between product and sum product?
Yes.
Okay. Now the next is, what is the use of is number and is text? So let me discuss that. You have given the series values which is 100 to 900, right? And this is what the value which is given. Up to around 1000 records are given there. Let's say Control C, right click, I do paste special and values. Now in between these values, somewhere it is written X, Y, Z, somewhere it is written WER, somewhere it is written as UIO. Now I don't know which one is a character field, which one is a numeric field. If you search here is number, is going to give you the value if it is number as a true. This is called logical function. So let's say this is my value, this is my check, numeric check, whether there is any numeric value or character values are there. If I make a filter, it's going to give me false. False means these are the character value inside it. If called character check, so how will you go for doing a character check? How will you go for a character check? You will write is text. If you go for is text, it's going to give you wherever it is coming as true, these are the characters. Are you getting this here, guys? So the function is text and is number is going to mostly use in your any program you go for. You will definitely come across this. So this is called part 5. So we have completed now, guys, a complete journey of yours into using Arjo session 1. Done now. We'll go for session 2 now. This part is over. I go for closing this file. Now I just stop recording this here.